name is Katie St. Orse with St. Orse Wealth Management, and in this video we're going to talk about United States saving bonds, specifically Series I bonds. Let's get going. Series I bonds specifically designed to hedge against inflation. They're completely backed by federal government and pretty much risk-free. You can buy this directly from the government, and that's the only way to acquire them. You cannot purchase them from your bank or through your brokerage account. You will need to complete some steps before purchasing these bonds. You need to make sure you're qualified to purchase them. You're going to have to open a Treasury Direct account. And last step, actually purchasing Series I bond. Some details on Series I bonds. Series I bonds is a security that earns interest based on both fixed rate and the rate of inflation. So it's a combination of two rates, which called composite interest rate. Inflation adjusted rate is calculated twice a year, which is usually May 1st and November 1st. You can cash out those bonds anytime after you own them for more than a year. But if you cash them out earlier than 5 years, you lose last 3 months of interest. That's something that you have to keep in mind. Best part about Series I bonds that they're subject to federal income taxes, but they're exempt from state and local taxes, which makes them a great option for people who live in high-tax states and cities. They could be absolutely tax-free interest income if they used to pay for qualified higher education expenses. The owner is responsible to pay taxes. If you are gifted an I bond, then you're required to pay the taxes owed. So let's talk about qualifications. Series I bonds are not just sold to anyone. Number one, you're going to have a Social Security number and one of the following. You have to be either a United States citizen or a resident of the United States, U.S. government civilian employee, trusts in some cases, estates in some cases, in electronic form, corporations, partnership, and other organizations allowed to buy Series I bonds. Where would you purchase those bonds? You can purchase Series I bonds only in 2 different ways. First method, it's Treasury Direct website, and the other option with refund from your federal income tax return. First method is Treasury Direct. You can buy these bonds in electronic form, and you will need to set up an account first at treasurydirect.gov. You will need your standard information like Social Security number, your address, and you can create an account. Also, you can watch my video on YouTube where I'll go step by step on how to create an account at treasurydirect.gov. Second option to purchase these bonds. You can use your federal income tax refund to buy bonds, but they will be in the paper form. To do that, you're going to have to submit Form 8888 along with your tax return. You will have to complete only Part 2 in order to purchase these Series I saving bonds with your tax refund. And after it's done, the paper copy that looks like this will be mailed to you. After you create your treasurydirect.gov account, you will be able to go into your account and buy your bonds. Not only you will be limited to purchase Series I bonds, but you will be able to buy other saving bonds and marketable securities through this website. You're going to have to go through specific steps, and it will let you purchase Series I bond. You will be limited to $10,000 per person to purchase Series I bonds, where with the refund, you will be limited to $5,000 per tax return. After you complete all purchasing steps, you will receive congratulations notification. That will be confirmation that you're successfully purchased Series I bonds. Now let's go through some scenarios and see how much of the Series I bonds you will be able to purchase in different cases. First case scenario. Say you're a single tax filer. You can purchase up to $10,000 through treasurydirect.gov plus up to $5,000 with your federal tax refund for the total of $15,000. Let's do case number 2. You're married, filing jointly with no kids. You can purchase up to $10,000 through Treasury Direct for yourself, another $10,000 for your spouse, plus you can purchase another $5,000 with your tax refund. But since you're filing jointly, it's one tax return, so you're limited to $5,000 for the total of $25,000. So what happens if you're married filing jointly and you have kids? In this case, you can buy $10,000 for yourself, $10,000 for your spouse, and now you can buy additional $10,000 for your first child, another $10,000 for your second child, plus $5,000 with your federal income tax refund. Again, it's one tax return. It's only $5,000 extra. For the total in this case of $45,000, and that is per year. Let's get back to our original screen. And again, United States Savings Bond Series I, it's a great hedge against inflation, and it is very secured investment vehicle. Great option to buy right now. Goodbye. And if you ever wondered who the person on Series I bond is, it's Spark Matsunaga, and he served with the 442nd Regimental Combat Team in Italy during World War II. He was twice wounded in the battle and later became the senator from Hawaii.